So we at Rillion believe that AI shouldn't be just a standalone feature, but we are working to create it as an integrated part of our product that help our customer to work smarter and to achieve more with less effort. And what we want to do is to create a product that is more proactive, that could support you in a proactive way. It could anticipate our user needs, and it can also help our customer to make better decisions in their daily work. And ultimately, we want the AI to help you to perform your task instead of you. And we work in the finance processes, so we also think that the human and the control are super important. So we work to create an experience where all users will still be in charge, but will not have to do manual and repetitive work. I have a super interesting example that I just discovered a few weeks ago. And this is something exciting because it's when you discover something that you didn't even know it was actually possible when you start developing something. This is from one of our clients, and they are an airline company, and they receive a lot of invoices from different suppliers where they have in the reference or somewhere in the invoice, they have to state the reason of this cost. And the reference could be written in different part of the invoice, and there is not really a standard format to write them. They write it a little bit different with abbreviation, and this can vary from supplier to supplier. What was amazing to see is that I was able to see several examples where the AI model was able to predict all the account coding dimensions, although this reference was different. So we know that AI is not magic, but in this way, the very interesting thing was that AI could use all the data that were not exactly the same example and be able to apply in another context and predict it correctly. Our newest addition to our product is our AI assistant, which we decided to name Riley. It is a great help in the product. First of all, it can help all new users because it can give you instruction on how to perform tasks, how can you learn how to use the system. But it's also useful for more experienced users because maybe they need to do things that they don't do very often. They just do once a year or every second month, so they can just ask questions and get directly information about how the product works, what do they have to do to achieve what they want to do. But this is just the simpler part of it. The magic part is that Riley can also help you with the data that you have in the system. So it can help you to get information that you want right there when you work. If you want to search of information about previous invoice or contract, instead of going in and find it yourself, you can just ask Riley and you will get the answer in a very few seconds. And then you can ask follow-up questions so you can get all the information you want. As for example, a way that I found very useful for me to use it when I approve invoice is that when I have an invoice that maybe I don't receive it very often and I want to really be sure that I have the right account coding, instead of going and searching for the last invoices or an example from previously, I can just ask Riley, oh, could you tell me how did the account posting for this invoice in the past year? And I can get the information directly there. I can verify it, and I can decide if I want to use it. And also, what we are working on now is not only to give the ability to give suggestions, but to actually perform the work for you. So how this conversation could just look like in a few months, it would be that I can ask Riley the same information, but then Riley can give me support to that. And they could say, oh, I noticed that I received this invoice several times. Do you want to create a rule for you? And what can we expect from Riley in the coming month? We see that Riley will not just be able to suggest and give information, but we'll also be able to perform it for you. So for example, if I receive an invoice, Riley could tell me, oh, you have a new invoice. This is the amount, this is the account coding, do you want to approve it? Oh yes, that's great. And then Riley can do it for me instead of me having to perform the task, but I still have the information and the control to make sure that everything is accurate. It could also help me to suggest rules. For example, if I have a recurring invoice and I may not think about matching it to a specific contract, then it could suggest it for me and actually do the work. To summarize Rillion approach to AI, it is built with and for our customer, is there for them when they need it, and it's helping them automate it faster, working smarter, and stay in control without adding complexity.